Hello, Roger Bisbee here from the Skill Builder channel. I'm out doing a little job on a gable end here. It needs redecorating, but there's a few cracks in it. There's been a bit of movement in here. Probably when the extension was built and the steel beams were put in, it's very common that you get a very, very slight bit of movement, maybe a millimetre or so. That would be the mortar shrinking on the bed. It's the reason why some people pack it up with slates to wedge it in. Go around and just tap the render and see how well it is. You can hear a bit of hollow there. It's not loose. So what I'm going to do is just angle grind out, cut those cracks out. It's not a case of having to hack the render off. The only thing is, if I go over with a masonry paint, those cracks are very difficult to disguise. And there's a bit of a change in texture here in the rendering. So what I've decided to do is, this is pretty well on there, this masonry paint. It doesn't look like there's any signs of it flaking off. It was done well with a stabiliser put on first. Been up there for 25, 30 years. And it's looking all right. So what I want to do is go over it with a primer, which I'm getting from the EWI shop. Then I'm going to go over it with 1.5 millimetres thick of silicone render. You could apply it with a spray or a trowel. I'm going to do it with a trowel because it's a small area and I'll be able to just work it from the top. A couple of very fine cracks up here. So what I'm going to do is just open those out very, very slightly. Gun in a bit of silicone, because the great thing about using silicone, it's a perfect host for the silicone render which goes on afterwards. So the first job is to clean it all off, get that fungicidal wash on it, kill some of this mould. Okay, so these cracks in the rendering, I opened them out a little bit with an angle grinder. I wanted to see whether the cracks went through to the brickwork, if it was the brickwork that was on the move, or just the render cracking. Turns out that there was no cracking in the brickwork, so it's just the render finding places to expand and contract. Having satisfied myself that there's nothing particularly bad going on here, I've made up a weaker solution of sand and cement. I haven't put any water in it, I've just put neat SBR in it, and the SBR is kind of like a liquid rubber. It will help the render stay in the crack for a start, and it will also stop it from cracking away as well. So it's got a bit of give in it now, that's the important thing. I don't think it's on the move as such. I've got another crack down here, which is a vertical crack in the render, and I'm probably just going to chase it out, see if there's anything going on with it. I think it's just, again, where the render's gone. The great thing is about this silicone render, there is a little bit of flexibility in it. Cracks like that, it should ride them quite happily. Good morning to you, and this is day 3 of the proceedings. I got the primer coat on yesterday, which is now set dry, and it's a kind of a matte texture and it's slightly gritty, and that forms a good key for the next coat, the top coat, which we're going to put on today. We've got to do this in one go, so I've got my good friend Ben helping me. He's going to rub up after I've applied, because I tried this once before on my own and came badly unstuck because I've got a dry edge. You've got to keep that wet edge, you've got to keep going down, keeping the wet edge all the way across. And if you do it on too hot a day, you really fight it. So unfortunately, the sun's coming out now. It's going to be warmish, but not too hot. We're probably going to get about 18 degrees in the afternoon, so not too bad. But next week it's going to get hotter, 27 they say. That would be way too hot. So you don't want too much of this at a time. It's goopy old stuff. It really is not really like plastering. And the idea is put it on really thin. You want to be scraping it back all the time so that you just get that 1.5 millimeters on there. So just keep going hard on it, because everything you can scrape off with a hard trowel movement is stuff you don't really need on there. So we go like that. Look how much we managed to get off, and that's going to make the job a lot better for Ben when he starts to rub up. The next stage is Ben's stage, which is the plastic float. These are cheap as chips. They cost about £5 from the WI store, and you can chuck them away afterwards. So what we're looking to get out is basically just fill in the holes. And you can see that is moving material around, so we've actually got slightly too much in there. If it starts doing that too much, even there, just slightly thick. And that's it. And then every so often, just take the excess off. And that's it, and then we'll just carry on like that for the rest of the day. So I am chasing it a little bit now, the sun's come out, but what we're doing is we're working in bands of about maybe 300 millimeters across, all the way across the wall. So if you keep that going methodically, at least you know where the last bit you put on is, and you can rub it up. But if you do get in trouble and you find that it's beginning to dry too fast, you can just give it a very light spray along the edge just to get it going again. So a light spray, don't try it with a brush. It's not like plaster where you can slap on a bit of water with a brush and polish it out. But actually, that's made a huge difference. Just that tiny bit of moisture in there. It's not advisable. If you don't have to do it, don't do it, because it's not really meant to be diluted. Now that I really should have filled. That's one of the drill holes for the cavity wall insulation. that went in there a long time ago. But I reckon I'll probably get it. It's not a good idea to use this as filler. Than you've calculated for. This whole gable end got 3 windows in it and an extension, so it's not right to the ground, and it's used 2 tubs. It's going to use 2 tubs, so that's not bad going. It's actually not a lot different in price than paint. Okay, that's it. That's the job finished, and it looks all right. I've got a bit of tidying up to do around it, but the basic job looks perfectly okay, even though it had those couple of dry edges. You can't really notice them unless you've got a magnifying glass, or unless you're a plasterer who's saying, you should never do these jobs. Let me know in the comments, as you always do.